Dawn unfolded slowly over the palace of the Raj. The structure stood vast and circular, built of pale stone streaked faintly with veins of gold that caught the morning light without flaunting it. 7 towering pillars encircled the central hall, each carved with patterns representing the 7 destinies of the world. At the heart of the court stood the beacon, a tall crystalline column embedded into white marble, its surface etched with sacred Rashik inscriptions used to awaken and stabilize the Maniv during ceremonies of binding. This was not a hall of celebration alone. It was a hall of law. The great doors opened. Kumara, Raj of the clans, entered. The golden Maniv upon his brow glowed with calm authority, neither bright nor dim, but unwavering. His robes were white layered with restrained gold embroidery, bearing the symbols of balance and governance. His presence did not demand silence, it created it. Every being in the court bowed. Wrath guards stood aligned along the curved walls, armored and disciplined, hands resting near their swords. Born for conflict, they guarded the Raj not by choice but by destiny. Near the beacon stood the Rashik, readers of fate, their white Maniv faintly luminous as they prepared the sacred enchantments. Among them stood Pand, the chief Rashik, elder and precise, entrusted with interpreting the will of the Maniv. The outer tiers of the hall were filled with Raghir civilians. Builders, artisans, caretakers, the quiet framework of society, gathered to witness the binding, for every lineage depended upon Ra's continuation. Pand stepped forward and traced a measured circle over the throne. A subtle shimmer settled across it like invisible protection. Kumara ascended and seated himself. Only then did the assembly rise. He closed his eyes briefly and spoke. "Hey, Lord of Fate, giver of the Maniv and author of destiny, I seek your blessing to begin." His voice carried clearly through the chamber. "Today we gather to seal a sacred Ra's bond. Through the blessing of the Maniv and the guidance of the Rashik, 2 partners have been chosen. May this union blossom in affection, and may their love strengthen their duty. Respected Pand, proceed." Pand inclined his head. "I welcome male Ra's Jiva to step into the center of the beacon, accompanied by his father, Afart." The doors opened once more. Jiva entered. He walked across the gold-threaded carpet with steady steps, though his breath was not entirely calm. He wore ceremonial Ra's attire, layered white silk reinforced with polished pale armor over the shoulders and chest. Fine silver threads ran like branching veins across the fabric, converging near his collar where his pink Maniv glowed softly. Though born Ra's, his posture carried Wrath discipline. His shoulders were straight, his movements controlled, as if the battleground had never fully left him. He bowed deeply before Kumara. Afart followed behind him, clad in muted green and ash-white robes of the Raghar. The green Maniv upon his brow shone steady and composed. He inclined his head respectfully, though not as deeply as others, then took his place beside Pand. Jiva stepped into the circle of the beacon. The crystal beneath his feet responded with a faint rose light. Pand raised his voice again. "I invite female Ra's Vibha to approach for her binding, accompanied by her family, Shalwick, Vitri, and Vasa." A quiet murmur moved through the hall. Vibha entered. Her steps were graceful, her ivory anklets chiming softly against marble. Her gown flowed in layered pink silk embroidered with delicate golden motifs that resembled blooming petals. Light from the open ceiling touched her attire and scattered gently across its folds. Gold ornaments rested along her wrists and collarbone, elegant without excess. Her Maniv shone a vibrant and steady pink. When Jiva saw her, he did not look away. Her eyes held warmth rather than hesitation, and her expression bore neither fear nor arrogance. There was dignity in her bearing and an openness that seemed unguarded. A soft radiance rested upon her face, not merely from ornamentation, but from composure. She stepped beside him, within the beacon's circle. Pand began the marriage ritual. Ancient mantras flowed from his lips, steady and resonant. The beacon brightened gradually, threads of rose light rising from its core and circling both their Maniv. As the sacred chants deepened, the intensity of the pink glow upon their brows increased. They reached for one another's hands. Their fingers intertwined. The glow strengthened further. Jiva could not take his eyes from her. There was no uncertainty in his gaze now, only resolve. Vibha's eyes searched his face, not timidly, but with expectation, as though she sought companionship and found reassurance. Pan's voice rose to its final cadence. "State your vow." Jiva spoke first. "I, Jiva, acknowledge the destiny bestowed upon me. I accept Vibha as my Ra's partner. I will stand beside her, and we shall be strength to one another and hope to others." Vibha followed. "I, Vibha, acknowledge the destiny written upon us. I accept Jiva as my Ra's partner. I will share affection, life, and continuation with him, and together we shall uphold balance." A breath passed between them. Jiva added, his voice calm but firm, "I will never leave, irrespective of destiny." A subtle tension rippled through the court. Raj's judgment did not bend. Destiny was not to be challenged lightly. Yet his tone did not carry rebellion. It carried commitment. Some watched with unease. Vibha did not. Tears gathered suddenly in her eyes, not from fear but from overwhelming emotion. She stepped forward and embraced him fully. For Raz, affection did not weaken duty, it fulfilled it. The deeper the love, the stronger the continuation. She rested her forehead against his. Their Maniv touched lightly. The beacon flared bright pink, then steadied into harmonious resonance. She lifted her face and kissed him gently, sealing the vow with tenderness rather than display. Jiva returned the gesture with equal steadiness, anchoring the moment in certainty. Kumara rose from the throne. "By law, by Maniv, and by fate this bond stands sealed." The glow of the beacon dimmed slowly. Families approached to offer blessings. Words of prosperity and continuation were spoken softly. A mansion within the Raz district had already been allotted for them, a new household where two lineages would merge under one roof. As Jiva and Vibha stepped away from the beacon together, their hands remained joined. Jiva did not look back. The past did not surface in his eyes. His steps were forward, deliberate and unwavering. Above them, beneath the open sky, the dawn light spread across the palace pillars. And for this moment, destiny prevailed.